You guys really like this bear idea, huh? Today I'm going to show you step by step how I made this adorable teddy bear candy holder. So I'm going to list everything I used for this project in the description below where you can find and purchase everything. A lot of the items, including the wood bear, I got at my local Dollar Tree. And this is a wood decor sign that I found at my local Dollar Tree. I started with the middle section, built up these ornament domes just a half with some candy. I used Snickers. They have some with adhesive. I couldn't find them, so I used what I had on hand, and I just used hot glue around the edges of the dome and applied it to the center of the bear. For the candy, I used a Ferrero Rocher. I liked it because it had a little pop of color, that gold, and starting from the bottom up, I layered them all around the base body of the bear, and I used double-sided tape to attach each of the candies. For the flowers, these are mini roses I found online. Again, everything I use will be listed below, and all I did was just gently remove each flower from the wire that it's attached to. And then using my hot glue gun, I started placing them around the teddy bear's paws and the ears as well. Tip is, as I'm pressing them down, I'm kind of like opening them up so they're nice and full, so I didn't have to use as many. When it came to the stick, I have asked questions on what kind of stick did I use. It's a paint stirring stick that I got from Lowe's. I think it was a pack of 3 for like $2. They're about 24 inches, and then I use a generous amount of hot glue and then place the wood bear right on top, and it is really secure. And I left a good amount of room for the handle. I added these cute little heart styrofoams on each side of the bear, and then to wrap it, you can use cellophane wrap. Make sure that it is heat safe. Or I used a 12 by 15 cellophane sleeve envelope, which is a lot easier to use. I just slipped it right through the envelope and taped it to the back and added my cute bow. If you're not a bow maker, you can find a bow like this online. Again, I'll have it listed below. Easy, right? Now here's the deal. When I went to my local Dollar Tree, they were all sold out of the wooden bears. Hopefully you'll find some in your area. But if you cannot find any of these bears in your local Dollar Tree, don't fret. I got you. I created a file just for my Crafting with Shaneda family, so you can recreate this look. It'll have all the items listed and the file available on my Etsy and Shopify store. I made a girl and a boy version of the teddy bears for you to choose from. If you want something a little bit larger, I also have a jumbo option too as well. So I got you covered. So if you're unable to find any of the teddy bears at your local Dollar Tree, don't worry, I got you. I created a file just for my Crafting with Shaneda family. So I'm going to show you the 2 ways that you can recreate this right at home. You can print it from home or send it out to be printed. So let's talk about printing from home. So I created a design where 2 of these teddy bears will fit on one full sheet of 2 teddy bears will fit on a 20 by 30 foam board. So you have your nice sturdy base since we don't have wood, right? So I created a boy and a girl version for you as well. And you'll be able to print this out from home, and they'll be the jumbo sizes. So they're about 19-inch for each bear. Now, if this is too large, no worries. I have a smaller version of the bears. They're roughly about 14 inches, kind of close to what is at the local Dollar Tree. And 4 of these bears can fit on a 20 by 30 foam sheet. So you get a good bang for your buck. So once you purchase the file, I have a link for the files on my Shopify, Etsy, and website. You're going to download the file and you're going to download the PNG. The PNG versions are what you're going to use to be able to cut out these designs by hand. You can use the smaller version, which is 14 inches, or the larger version. Let me show you how to cut out the larger version, which is 19 inches. So you're going to go ahead and save it onto your desktop or a folder onto your computer. And then you want to go to this website. It's called the Posterizer. It's a free website. I will put the link below. In this website is going to take that 19-inch image, or if you choose the 14-inch image, and it's going to break it down. So you'll be able to print it out on a regular sheet of, I would recommend glossy paper, photo paper for this project. So you're just going to find the design that you just downloaded. All right, so we're going to bring in our 19-inch girl teddy bear. And here she is on the screen. And we're going to go to the page setup, and we're going to change it to US letter because we're in the US, portrait. And for the tile count, we're going to go 2 by 2. So tile dimensions, US letter, portrait, tile count 2 by 2. And this would be equivalent to 4 pieces of glossy cardstock, photo paper, whatever you want to use for this project. And then you would download this as a PDF, scroll down and go to create PDF, download it, and then here it is. And now all you have to do is print and cut them out. Then you will put these pieces together like a puzzle and apply it to your foam board. So while I was editing this video, I came up with the idea of, just to make it even more easier for you, for the files, if you purchase them from me, they're all going to be PDF, ready to print or ready to send to the print shop. So you only have to even use the website. But it's a good tip to have for future projects that we're going to have here on Crafting with Shaneda. So if you don't want to cut it out by hand and put it together like a puzzle, you definitely can send this to print. It's a little bit more costly, but it's an extra step to get that nice final look. So I'm going to be sending mine to print to Walmart Photos. You use Target, whatever photo surface you like. So now let's say you just want to make one. You don't want to make them jumbo. You don't want to have 4 on a design. You just want to make one. I created a design just for that. So you'll go to posters, choose the 11 by 14. Choose if you want glossy or matte, and create your design. And the cost is a little bit lower for that. And then you can just use your 14-inch PNG for the smaller version. It'll work for this as well if you just want one teddy bear. So let's just do the 14-inch girl bear, upload her right into Walmart Photo. I'm going to change my orientation, and I'll add her to the cart and check out, and I'm going to go pick her up. All right, so it's been about 2 hours, and I got the notification that my photo was ready to be picked up. So I ran over to Walmart, picked photo, and picked up the file. Came out great, looks amazing. So all I have to do is just cut this out. It is very comparable to the size that's at the local Dollar Tree. So I just took my time and cut the bear out, and now I'm going to place it onto the foam board. Now for the foam board, there's several ways that you can cut the foam board out. You can use a foam board cutter. You can use an X-Acto knife and just trace it, the bear, and just cut it out with a nice sharp X-Acto knife. Just be very careful. But the technique that I like to use is I like to use my electric foam cutter. This cuts the foam board like butter. I have a video up on big pop-ups if you want to check that out. But the trick to cutting it with this particular cutter is you have to remove the top and bottom layer, that paper, off of the foam board, because if you don't remove it, it's going to burn it. But once you remove the paper off the foam board, you can adhere the teddy bear and then use the foam cutter. Now it's going to, of course, weaken the stability of the project itself because you're removing the paper, but I just did 2 layers and it's very nice and sturdy. And you can play around with the temperature for your foam cutter. I have it at about 800 degrees, and just taking my time, being very careful. I'm just taking my foam cutter around the edge of the teddy bear, and look at that. It just comes off like butter. I like the foam butter. I like using the foam cutter faster. It's easier on my hands, especially if using the X-Acto knife does take a little bit longer, but I'm able to get this little nicks around the bear's side of the head, the ears, and it cuts it in such a fraction of the time than when I use the X-Acto knife. And I'm going to show you the edges with me using the X-Acto knife, trying to keep it clean versus the foam cutter. The foam cutter always works the best. And then I assemble it just like before, add the candies, the roses, and wrapped it up. And it looks good, guys, just like the original if you can't find it in your local stores. And, I had to add some matching stickers, and your girl always got to have some merch. So look out for these items as well to come to my store shortly. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little bit or a lot, and we cannot wait to see you on the next video of Crafting with Shaneda. Happy crafting. Here's a bonus clip if you want to print out those 20 by 30 jumbo online. But I'm going to show you Walmart photos. So I'm going to go to services and choose photo service and photo center. From here, I'm going to go to posters and choose my poster size, which right now is 20 by 30, but I'm also going to show you really quick at the end how to do an 11 by 14. All right, so you'll get some templates that Walmart will bring up. You want to choose the one that doesn't have any logo, any kind of words, just plain. You want the plain poster. You want to choose the plain poster print, and they go for about 21 bucks. So from here, you're going to choose your 20 by 30. I would, of course, choose glossy. You could choose matte if you would like. And then you could pick home delivery or same day pickup, depending on your region. Some stores don't do same day pickup on this size, so it just depends. You want to create now. And this is where you're going to upload the PDF version. And I have the PDF version with the boy and the girl on one design. And you would just add this to your cart, check out, and then wait for it to ship or go to your local store to pick it up. And then once it comes in, you would cut it out and adhere it to the poster board, just like the one that I showed you how to cut out by hand. And if you wanted to do a smaller version, I have that as well. This would be 4 of the bears on wood, 4 of the teddy bears on one 20 by 30 inch foam board. Cut them out, add them to your foam board, and they are ready to go and decorate.